Thokozani bogogo, thokozani bomkhulu. This is Mkhulu Lwazi. Today I wish for us to talk about Mndau. Mndau ancestor, the marine ancestor, also the air ancestor. Mndau ancestor wears the injeti, similar. This is the injeti, the headscarf that I'm wearing today. This is one of the ancestral cloths that is used by Mndau. It comes in maroon, it comes in red, it comes in blue. The representation thereof is that the normal one that you would wear as an initiate is red and white, representing your bloodline, representing purity. And then the maroon one is then worn by the ones who have now completed, or the ones who are the leader within the actual Mndau clan. And then the blue one represents purity and water, the link that Mndau have with water. They work a lot with the moon energy. They work a lot with fire, with water. They work a lot with land. They work a lot with fire, water, land, and air. They are conjurers of all the elementals, and as a result, that is why they are deemed as powerful ancestors. And many people who even have a link with the Mndau, they start having a tendency of being fearful of even wanting to create a better relationship with that ancestral guide, by virtue of them having been told that Mndau is a very dangerous ancestor. Now, Mndau works a lot with water. So for you to be able to link with them, for you to be able to create a relationship with them, it is always best to go through initiation, because if you don't go through initiation, it becomes very difficult for you to create a stern relationship with them, because there are certain rituals that you need to observe for you to create a better link with them. And Mndau, when you go for initiation, they don't take long. You can go and trust Mndau for a week. You can go and trust Mndau for 2 weeks, for 1 month at the most. And you are having, and then thereafter, immediately after that month, you start having a stern relationship and link with them. Mainly through the rivers. There's certain rituals that have to be done at the river. That is how you get to activate Mndau ancestor. And then many a times when you have a relationship or a link with the Mndau ancestor, they make themselves known. They are the type of ancestor who will come to you in a dream, or a type of ancestor who will make you have an inclination to like the regalia that they use, like in JT, and also the beads that they use, the red and white beads that they use, or the blue and white beads that they use. They will make themselves known to you, even if they don't tell you in details who they are, even if they don't tell you the name, where they come from, why they are there. By virtue of them coming to you in the visions, then they would then thereafter expect you to wake up, stand up, and make it a stern decision to actually invite them in your life. Opathle, use water when you opatla, and then thereafter the water you can drink. It becomes a remedy for you. You consciously invite them, you consciously ask to create a relationship with them. And some people say that they would believe that Mndau doesn't want to be in a relationship or things like that, simply because they tend to sit on your sacral chakra, because they connect too much with the moon energy and the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, and the kundalini chakra. And because of that, then they would say that Mndau is holding your sexual energy. Mndau is holding you from becoming active in bed. Mndau does this. That is possible. It can happen. But once you have cleansed that Mndau ancestor, once you have created a relationship with the Mndau ancestor, then you start actually loving to have a relationship with them. You start appreciating them in your ancestral cycle, because they are the one ancestor. Like for instance, ours, the one that I work with, mine, very subtle, very loving, very gentle. I can go to him and cry and he will just make 1 or 2 jokes, and I even forget about what ailments or what worries I had. And sometimes when I see him doing something, I become comfortable, I become more at ease, because I know that he's got my back. He's that one ancestor who will always have your back. And pro-family, they love family. The one ancestor who will make sure that once you have created a good relationship with them, they will see to it that your family is healthy, your family is good. Whatever issues that you get within your family gets easily resolved. They will make sure that there is bread and butter on your table on a daily basis. They are pro-business as well. They are the type of ancestral guide who will give you these ideas and inspirations, who will charge you up, who will give you these feel-good, these feel-good hormones, like he will just throw 1 or 2 jokes and go past, and then I'm happy to say, hey, cool, and it becomes like a whole day happiness. So the mistake that we make is to believe that Mndau are not part of our lineage. Mndau are not part of our bloodline, which is wrong, because the fact that I am linking with them, it means that they are part of my bloodline. When you track and trace it, they will make you aware of where you come from, where they come from, how you are linking with them, and how they got to be with you. And you will understand that, wow, I come far back from Mozambique. My family comes far back from Kenya, from Central Africa, because many of them were based there, especially in Mozambique, in an area called Nsapa. Fast forward, I believe the area was then called Manika Land. So they are people who are very powerful, people who are able to go within, ancestors who are able to conjure energy and turn it into something beautiful through spell work. They are very powerful in terms of spell work. They could cast a spell and the spell becomes potently felt, even if they don't use anything, by just virtue of using water, by virtue of just using air, by virtue of just using fire, by virtue of just using intlabati, for instance. They can take intlabati, only intlabati, and make a beautiful healing remedy out of it. So they are powerful like that, but it does not mean we need to fear them. We need to respect them. We need to honor them. We need to humble ourselves before them, because they are a part of us as much as we are a part of them. So for us to think that maybe it's an adopted ancestor that your ancestors maybe have been working with, because we're not Umtswana or we're not Umzulu. So how do you link with Mndau, who apparently they are foreigners, apparently they come from there? There's these languages that people would say, or we would say, but we don't go within and want to acknowledge that, yes, my roots may be embedded in the east, may be embedded in the west, may be embedded in far north. And how fortunate am I for me to be one of those few people who has a link, who has that memory bank that is coming and getting to understand who I am, where my roots are embedded. If there's anything maybe that I haven't really touched much on about Mndau, because the topic of Mndau, in fact, ancestral topics and spiritual topics can go on and on and on, you may kindly say a comment say your question in a comment, and I will answer in due course. And I hope that the little information that I have shared with you makes sense. Amandawe, they pray a lot. They pray a lot. They pray a lot.
Hey.
So, trust them. Trust the process. Do not fear them. Honor them. Respect them. Work with them. And you will see things becoming in alignment. Thokozani Mndau.